Hey, what's up everyone, from Lego Studios here, back again with another video. And guys, as you can see, I am back home. This is after BrickWorld Chicago 2019, and I've got a lot of things to showcase for you guys right now. And quickly, I want to briefly state that I did get a lot of footage, and I got a lot of pictures of uh, us as a group as at the Empire Lug display, as well as a bunch of awesome creations that all over the convention, just that looks fantastic. So I did get a lot of like I said, I did get a lot of images, and I did get a lot of video clips. I'm actually currently working on editing that video with all the pics and videos, and then I'm also working on another Hoth video. So a big portion for the Hoth video is a lot of pictures I took at Chicago, and the reason why I took a lot of pictures at Chicago was I really wanted to make a kind of cinematic photo video. Basically, it was just a bunch of really nice shots from Hoth all throughout the battlefield. I've got a ton of shots already that were kind of before I went to the convention when I was set up, but then I also have I was able to get a ton of photos at Chicago, kind of everything set up. That's probably going to be the last video about Hoth. I do quickly want to thank you guys so much for all the support for the finale last week. It is my most viewed video on this channel, and I can't thank you guys enough. It was awesome to make, and I am super happy that it did so well. But I do have one more video for Hoth, and that's probably going to be it for for a while. I actually have Hoth kind of just stacked away and still pretty much packed up, and I don't have plans to open it up for just a while. So moving on from that, I do want to mention I did have a fantastic time at BrickWorld Chicago. It was just a phenomenal time getting to hang out with everyone at the display, as well as meeting a ton of you guys, as well as meeting a bunch of new people. It was just a very fun time, and I was expecting to have a great time, but I had an even better time. And Hoth did such a phenomenal time. So I know I'm mentioning a lot of BrickWorld stuff and not getting to the Hual yet, but I just wanted to thank you guys. If you guys did come up to me at Chicago and stop by, said hi, or just even to take pictures of Hoth, I want to thank you guys so much. I'm very happy, and I definitely believe Hoth was the right choice to go with for my first spot. So moving on to the actual haul of the video, we got a ton of stuff. And I do want to quickly point out that some of the stuff I didn't actually buy, I received. So while I was registering to bring Hoth to Chicago, I also added on a goodie bag. Basically, they had like this add-on to your display ticket, which allowed you to get pretty much a bag of goodies and a bunch of different things. And which I took the offer up, and I'm like, this is my first displaying convention. Of course I want to get this. And so I did get this bag when getting there. It is the BrickWorld 2019 little bag or tote. And I think it's actually really cool. This is like the only bag. It just says BrickWorld with the sign right there. And basically I got there when I signed in. They gave me the bag. They had a bunch of goodies right into it. So there was a ton of stuff that I did get for free in it, even though I did add on to the goodie bag, which I did pay for, but also got a bunch of free stuff, which is surprising to me, especially for a few items. But I'm going to set that bag to the side. Before I get into the big stuff, I'm going to show you off some like little stuff that are cool, but not as cool as a few other things. First of all, we have like a bunch of different stickers that I was able to acquire in the goodie bag. We have, of course, the standard BrickWorld sticker that everyone got. It was pretty cool. It's got a bunch of different characters like from the Lego movie, plus a little bit of a skeleton right there. So we got that. We got this brick shield from BrickShield, of course. It's just this sticker packet right here. It's actually pretty cool. Again, these aren't as cool as some of the other stuff, but it's still cool to have. Then we have this like 15 games. I think it's this Lego game area. I don't really know them. If you guys know them, let me know in the comment section below. But still cool. I like their little title right there, as well as I got a Beyond the Brick sticker. I still have mine from last year. I'm probably going to put this on my computer or something. I want to point out that sadly I did not get the interview with Beyond the Brick this year. I was a bit disappointed, but honestly, it's not that big a deal. I had just a fantastic time that the disappointment from that kind of just dissipated because of the fact that so many people came by, kept asking me questions. So even though I didn't get a official interview video for Hoth, I still got a interview by a bunch of awesome people who were curious about how long it took, how much did it cost, how many parts that were in it. It was just a blast, and I had a fantastic time with it. So those are some stickers, again, some smaller stuff, but still pretty cool to have. Moving on to the side, this is really small. This was a free coupon, I guess, that came in the bag. It's this I guess coupon for this Lego stand, and basically you brought it up to them and they gave you a free thing. And basically they were giving away these like free top hats. It was like tan and brown. I ended up picking tan. I do wish I ended up picking up brown, because honestly it would have gone fantastic for a sig fig of one of my close friends. So moving on, we got my brick badge right here that I was able to pick up. The BrickWorld badge right here, of course, on the top, was of course in the goodie bag because of the fact that it's this year's brick, as well as I got their official emblem on the top of this tile, which is cool to have, but as well as the BrickWorld logo and all. I also got a bunch of Empire Lug bricks, which some of these we were giving out to fans or for the people who were actually displaying with us or just close friends of us. So we have the EL BrickWorld Chicago 2019 brick. We also have the Empire Lug brick. This is the one that we were giving out. And then on top we have the Empire Lug insignia on top of the 2x2 plate or tile. And this is really cool. I can't wait to continue to extend this badge, but this is pretty cool. I'm glad to have this, and a great start to future conventions. So moving on, we have another kind of just a standard BrickWorld thing. We have my BrickWorld 2019 badge. So we of course have the sash next to my card that of course has my name, and the overall, I guess, theme for this year. It was the moon and beyond, basically a space theme for this year. I know last year was kind of a mythical or knights kind of thing. This year was space, but it's really cool to have. This is again my first one, so that's awesome. So continuing on, I also got this free minifig in the goodie bag. It's this like BrickWorld spaceman, which is really awesome because he is of course exclusive. As you can see on the chest piece, you've got their logo. If it can focus, there we go. You got the logo of BrickWorld on the top of his chest. But this is an awesome spaceman figure. He's got some awesome printing, and I honestly almost put this guy in my Hoth mock because, as you guys know, I had the spacemen and basically Benny's crew just helping out the rebellion. So I thought about putting him in, but I ended up deciding not to. Next, we have a little bit of Clone Army Customs right here. So Clone Army Customs, as I know of, is kind of a sponsor for BrickWorld Chicago, and they put in a kind of a Clone Army bag that had a bunch of different stuff. I assume it was all the same, maybe different helmets and all. But basically, there are a bunch of like custom molded helmets in different like varying colors. Like we got the ARC Trooper helmet, or their ARC Trooper helmets in a light blue. We got their Aqua Trooper helmets in like a lightish red. Then we also got a Commando Trooper in light bluish gray, which I actually quite like. I think this is my favorite helmet. And then two Phase 2 helmets in like orange. So that was pretty cool. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them, honestly, but that's still awesome. If I end up ever doing custom clones or just printing and all, that's where I'll end up going to. So keeping up with smaller items, we have these custom tiles that they were giving out in the goodie bag. We have Keep Calm and Build, which is probably my favorite, and then we have this BrickWorld 2019 Spacemen printed piece, which is actually really awesome. So that's again such a cool exclusive thing to the goodie bag, and definitely worth getting. So moving on, this is kind of just a bunch of different stuff that I actually purchased, minus 2 of these sets, but we have some more Clone Army custom stuff. We have 25 blasters, or clone blasters and rifles. I think there's 20 of the long rifle right here, and then there's a few, I think 5 of the standard small blaster right there. So I ended up picking $25, or $1 a piece, so I only spent $25 on it. And if you guys actually met me, you might have got to know what the next project is. But you guys are just gonna have to see what I used those blasters for. So moving on, this is, to be honest, I actually spent more on parts this year than actually sets. I was wanting to spend more on sets because the only 2 actual Lego sets that I was able to get were free from the goodie bag. I was wanting to get more, but as you'll see in a bit, I did stop by Walmart and pick up a few things, which I am adding to the haul just because I just got back today and might as well show that. But one big thing that we had during the convention was this little set draft with our friends over at Rebel Lug. This was a fun little thing that we ended up deciding on doing. Is we had three separate teams mixed between Rebel Lug, Empire Lug, and a few extra members like Jay and Ryan and all them. And we had 3 separate teams. We were all kind of mixed together, so it wasn't like an actual Rebels versus Empire. It was kind of just a mixed team. And each team had their own Parisian restaurant, and the objective was in 30 minutes to build the tallest tower, and 2 people had to judge it, and the tallest one wins, of course. And the winning team got to part out, well, this year we got to part out the Porg, or the UCS Porg, which I pretty much call it. And table 1, which is the team I was on with Blaine, Jay, and Danny, we actually won the draft, and we got to part out, which was really great. I actually got a bunch of really cool parts, and I'm not going to go through this just because it's a bunch of mixed parts, but it's really cool. I got a bunch of different tiles, plates, and a few wedges, so it's really cool that I got that, as well as I ended up taking the sticker and book. Basically, that was kind of just a bundle, I guess. If you pick the manual book, you got the sticker, and I really wanted that sticker because I'm figuring out a placement for this beautiful Porg right there. So that was just a fun little thing, and I got some good parts out of it that I will try and use later down the road. Sticking to the parts, I guess, we have my order from Blaine, or Blaine's World. So I actually picked this up. I actually ordered these parts about a week or so ago, and I made a purchase, and I got talking with Blaine. He asked if I ended up wanting to wait till Chicago to pick this up, and I ended up deciding, I'm like, just hold on to it. I'm not in a hurry for these. But I got some really awesome parts, mainly for a certain vehicle, which I will not say, just in case. But we also got some cool figs. He had some... This was actually the main reason why I made the order. So he had like 6 Kashyyyk clones, and 3 of the new version of the Stormtrooper, because I don't have any of these newer versions. And plus, he never has these Kashyyyk clones on there, so I was like, I'm going to scoop those up quickly. So that was really cool. I'm happy I was able to pick that up. And continuing, we have some parts from Blocks and Bricks. Saturday nights, we all kind of went to the mall, went to the Lego store and Blocks and Bricks, well, Blocks 2 Bricks, and we all kind of got a bunch of different parts, including myself. So tossing the bag to the floor, I was able to get like 50 of each of these bricks, and I got 50 of the light bluish gray bricks and 50 of the tan bricks. And the reason why I only bought 50 was they had a rule, because you can only buy 2 bags at a time. So I had to fill these 2 bags and then pay for it. And after I got everything situated, I was the last one getting parts, so I was like, I'm just gonna get these 2 so I don't have to waste anyone else's time. Plus, this is still 50 of different bricks, and they're definitely going to be coming in use later down the road. Yeah, definitely a great store. I had such a fun time. I wish I was able to get a little bit more, but I couldn't pass up the deal for 10 cents per brick, and I thought it was a great deal. Also, quickly, I forgot to mention, I got this for free. It's kind of this little wristband, and I got it for Clone Army Customs. They were giving them out for free, and when I bought the Clone Blasters, they just asked, hey, do you want a free band? I was like, sure, that works for me. So for the final actual parts that I got, like I mentioned, we went to Blocks to Bricks as well as the Lego store. I got 2 Pick-a-Brick cups. So if you're curious why they're in bags, it seemed that their store were actually running out of pad cups, and honestly, we were all like, okay, that makes sense. The convention's going on, everyone's going to Pick-a-Brick or the Lego store, and so what they ended up doing is they actually gave us a discount for not getting a cup, and they basically just put it in bags. Most of the parts are actually similar together. There's some filler brick, there's some different tan pieces. I'm going to open up one because most of them are pretty much the same, so I'm not going to need to open up 2 of them. But I'm going to open up one so you guys can get an idea of what's inside, and then I'm going to move on. Okay, so I decided not to dump everything out just because there's so much parts in this that it'd take me a while to clean it up, and I still need to go through this and kind of sort through it. But I got a bunch of these 2x2 bricks, a ton. They actually had a full box of these, and I took like roughly a quarter of it, of these like 1x2 tan bricks and all that. Like I mentioned, I got those 2x4s, and since I had those, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a ton of these 1x2s just because later down the road I would love to do something with Tatooine, and I might as well get started with those. I also got quite a few of these wedge plates right here, these 2x6, or no, it'd be 3x6, and they had both sizes, so both versions, the right and the left. I just pulled out 2 lefts. A bunch of different parts, including cheese slopes, tiles. I was hoping they had some joint pieces for some reason, of course, but they sadly didn't. But I was also able to get a bunch of these tan cheese slips as well. But basically, what's in here is pretty much in there, so there's no reason for me to open up both bags. But it was really cool. I thought about, sorry about that rambling. I was hoping to get another Pick-a-Brick cup, but again, we did this Saturday, and I didn't know what else I was gonna buy, so I ended up, not deciding to go with that option. So moving onward to the actual set, this set was actually pretty funny. It's a small one, and when I got into it and they gave me the set, I was like, wow, this is actually pretty coincidental. But they gave me the Snowtrooper Battle Pack, the Imperial one. This is such an old battle pack, and it's actually one of the smaller boxes too. But yeah, they put the Imperial one and the Rebel one in some of the goodie bags, and I was lucky enough to get the Imperial one. This is actually a cool set. I had 3 of these actually. 3 of these when these came out, and this is actually pretty cool to have this set again. So I thought that was a little funny and such a coincidence. I was even talking to a bunch of people. I was like, man, what a coincidence. And some of them asked me to open it up and put the figures on there, but I decided not to go with that. But what the big surprise is, kind of as a door greeter set or whatever, they gave me this set right here, which is actually the first time I've ever gotten a set like this, and it is the Las Vegas architecture set. So I was really surprised getting this. Like, everything else, even the battle pack, was actually in my bag already, and they handed me this set, and I thought this was such a cool set. I was like, oh my goodness, this is a surprise to be sure, but a welcomed one. But this is really cool. I've never had an architecture set in my life. I've been wanting to get into that. My friend Braden, as you guys have seen him on the channel, he's got quite a few of them. But I've always wanted to get at least one of them in my lifetime. And this is actually a really cool one. Las Vegas. This was one of them that was on my, watch list. So this is actually pretty cool. If you guys don't know, architecture sets are pretty expensive, I must admit. They're a bit pricey, but it's really cool that I was able to get this. Quick note, I did actually win another set. As you guys, for those who display at conventions, they kind of have a raffle or a door prize thing. And Thursday they were doing it, and sadly enough, my name came up. And what I mean by sadly is I was not there. I left Friday morning, and let's just say a bunch of people, including Blaine and all, went to that on Thursday. And that night, I was actually talking to my friend Aiden, or Dorier, and Matt, the BrickWorld. We were chatting, and then Blaine sent me a message saying, man, you really should have came today because your name popped up in the draft and you won a Lego set, but since you were not there, you were not able to receive the set. So I was just so upset. I was curious what set it was, and it turns out it was the ultimate weapon temple from the Lego Ninjago movie. Yeah, I'm not the hugest fan of Ninjago, but even that set is actually pretty cool, and I would have loved to get it. But life goes on. It was just a fun little thing that happened, and I must say I did get a lot of jokes made by it. But for the last thing that I did get, like I mentioned earlier today, those were the two only sets that I got from Chicago. But these I picked up at my Walmart. They had them for $11. And I ended up deciding to pick them up. It is, of course, battle packs. The clone battle pack. As you guys know, I had like 19 or 20 of the battle packs that's sealed, and a few clones already out in the open. But I ended up picking these guys up. I ended up with, let me scoot some stuff over, but I ended up buying 7 of these battle packs, and it was a lot. So it wasn't something I was expecting to get, and it was, I don't know, I wasn't planning on buying them. I was in the Lego aisle, I must admit, but when going through it, I was like, $11 ain't bad. I didn't spend as much as I was expecting to spend at the convention, but I decided, okay, might as well get these. Since Hoth is done, I can actually start, mainly collecting for the next project. But basically, that's pretty much it. In total, I got, what is it? 7, 8, 9 actual Lego sets. A ton of parts from Bricklink and the Lego store, and part drafts. We also got 25 blasters, 1 spaceman, and a bunch of different helmets and stickers. So overall, a large haul. I'm very happy with everything, and I can't wait to get most of this situated. Again, those parts, I'm gonna have to take a while to sort. But it's going to be a great time getting everything situated. And I don't know, I'm happy with what I got, and I can't wait for the next convention that I will be showing up at. So I think that's going to be it. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video, which is most likely going to be something BrickWorld Chicago related, or that Hoth video I was telling you guys about. So I think that's going to be it. If you enjoyed, smash that like button. If you're new to this channel, definitely subscribe. We just hit over 400 subscribers. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.